Does it bug you guys that this picture is clearly crooked? Because it bugs me and I've tried to straighten it, but every time I do, it just goes back to being crooked again. And I feel like I'm just going to have to take it off the wall and just put it somewhere else. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, and welcome back. If you've been here before, my name is Jane, and thank you so much for watching today. This is my June favorites and fails video. I did not do one of these for May because June was just crazy, so I didn't have time. I started a new job in May, and then June I was just completely swamped with that and with school getting out and my daughter's birthday and blah, 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 blah. So I didn't get around to it, but I am going to do one for June, and now it's July. So in this video, I am going to tell you guys about some of the things I've really been enjoying in the month of June, and not all handbag related. And then just a few things that maybe did not work out for me, or that unfortunately were a fail, as they say. So I think actually I'm going to start out with the fails and just get those out of the way. There's three of them. The first one is a book, and I will put a picture of the cover because I don't have it anymore. And this is a novel called Pretty Things, which I found, of course, in the little free library near my house. I love to just grab random books out of there and just try them out. I read this one. I read it all the way through, but I can't say that I really loved it because I don't even know what it is that annoyed me about it. It was a story about two women. One of them is, she kind of cons wealthy people and steals from them, and then they're always her targets are always bad guys who deserve it, and then the other character is a rich woman who grew up wealthy, and now she lives in this like mansion or like a castle in Lake Tahoe. I'm not going to describe the whole plot to you guys because I don't want this video to be really long. But I just certain things about the story just annoyed me. And so I still read it, so it wasn't that bad. If it had been really bad, I would not have finished it. And there have been a couple books this year that I have not gotten past 100 pages because I just hated it or I was bored. So this one I just can't recommend. I don't know what it was about it. I think maybe I might have picked it up because the title, Pretty Things, is one of my favorite Rufus Wainwright songs. You should try to find it and listen to it. I love that song. However, as a title for this book, I thought it was stupid. Why was this book called Pretty Things? I have no idea. I don't know. It was just dumb. I'm glad I didn't pay for it. The next fail this month, or in June, was a purchase that I made from Louis Vuitton, and it was made kind of impulsively, kind of not impulsively. I talked about it in one of my videos recently, and it was the Spring in the City Wapiti case. I thought this was sold out. It came out in April, I think, and I really wanted it because I used to have the multicolor Wapiti case way back in 2008, and I loved it. It was so cute, and back then, of course, it could fit my phone. It held my BlackBerry phone. It could hold a Nokia flip phone or any flip phone, but I sold it because I wasn't using it because I felt like, well, this doesn't hold anything. It won't even hold my digital camera. And so I sold it, and then I kind of missed it because it was so adorable, right? So I had this sentimental attachment to this piece. that I had let go of. And I know I still have a lot of that around all the selling of my Louis Vuitton collection that I did in 2011. So I'm sometimes try to get those things back into my collection. But this one, it arrived. Becca from Louis Vuitton in Houston was so kind to call me and tell me about this and tell me that it was available for me to get after it had been, sold out. So I decided I would buy it just because I wanted to see it, and because there's no other way for me to see this in person. And it arrived, and it was, obviously so cute. But I soon realized I would not use it. It doesn't hold a lot. It holds some cards. It could be a catch-all for like a lipstick, hand sanitizer, a little bit of money, cards, maybe a key. But ultimately, it was not practical at all. And I wouldn't want to use it as a catch-all in my bag because it was white. It was really nice. It would have easily gotten, dirty or messed up. And I am not in a place in my life where I can just buy luxury items and set them on the shelf and never carry them or use them for that price. I mean, maybe if it was like $100, sure. But we all know it was not $100. So I sent it back. So that was kind of a fail. It was unfortunate, but I think I made a smart decision in sending that back. So the last fail of this month was a pair of shoes, which I purchased on eBay. They were only $60, which for Tory Burch shoes is an incredible deal. I know these were probably originally $300, maybe $280, something like that. They are adorable. There are these really cute pumps. They have this brass medallion. They have patent leather toes and calf leather around the shoe. They have a little block heel. They are my size. They are so cute. I wouldn't say they're even uncomfortable to wear. Now, I did have to buy these little padded heel guards to put here so that I could wear them more comfortably because they were a little long on my foot. So I was stepping out of them, but once I put these in, I wasn't stepping out. Now, the reason these are a fail, and I was so excited about these, I thought, I'll wear these to work and they'll just be so adorable, is because my right foot, and that's pretty common, is a little bigger than my left foot. And this toe box is really snug. It's really tight, especially around the big toe. And especially because this medallion, you can just feel it. It's this big, huge, heavy piece of metal. So I could feel that on my toenail, and it caused my big toenail to hurt after walking in these for a pretty short period of time. I mean, they came, and it looks like nobody ever wore these. There's like no wear on the bottom. And, I was really excited about these because otherwise they're nice. And let me know in the comments if you think I can take these to a cobbler and have this shoe like stretched out inside it all to fit my toes a little more comfortably. Because if I could do that, I have to keep them. The seller on eBay has a no returns policy, which for shoes, you're really gambling when you're buying shoes online without trying them on. But it was only $60, and so I'm going to see if I can make these work. But for now, they are a fail. And I normally love Tory Burch shoes. I've never had a problem with any Tory Burch shoes I've ever had. So hopefully I can get these fixed. Okay, so now we're going to move on to my favorites from June. And I'm going to start with a few things that are media related. I'm going to start with YouTube. What have I been watching on YouTube in June, apart from the usual luxury content that I consume? I have been watching and binge watching Karolina Zabrowska. I love her. I am sad that it took me so long to discover this woman. She's been on YouTube for years. She is a fashion historian, filmmaker, clothing maker, comedian, actor. She's amazing. She's hilarious. She is Polish, and I highly recommend her. She has a lot to say about history, about different movies that portray history. She's just so funny. I mean, she does like a Get Ready With Me, except it's 1784. She does a lot of like short little comedy vignettes that are like 2 minutes long that are absolutely hilarious. And she's amazing. Highly recommend Carolina. She's a great content creator. Okay. Also, what else? I've been listening to the new Harry Styles album pretty much every day. I can't believe I'm saying that because honestly, I've been aware of Harry Styles for years. Obviously, he's really famous and out there, and he was in that One Direction, which I didn't care for, not my thing. And I was aware of him as a solo artist, and I was just kind of like, I don't know. I was really like not giving it a chance at all because, you know, there's a lot of music out there and I listen to all kinds of different music. So for whatever reason, I didn't pay any attention to Harry Styles until the most recent single came out, which I think was in April, and I heard it on the radio or maybe on the Amazon Echo or something like that. And I was like, wow, this is really good. I actually really like this. Oh, and he had another song a few years ago that I enjoyed listening to in the car, and I didn't even know it was him. And I found out like a long time later, like that was Harry Styles when I actually had no idea who it was. I was like, oh, okay, well, I like that song. Anyways, this is a really stupid story. So then after the newest single came out, I was like, okay, now I'm gonna give this guy a chance. So I started listening to some of his older albums, and I really like his music. There's so many different styles. On one album, you're listening to many different types of genres. You can tell he really likes all different kinds of music. His band is amazing. His band is super tight. He's got a really good band. And obviously, he's just like a great guy. He's a really interesting person. I saw when he hosted Saturday Night Live, actually, a couple years ago. And he was, again, I was very like, I came into it kind of like, oh, what's this guy going to do? He's not going to be good. He was hilarious. He was one of the best Saturday Night Live musical guest hosts ever. And I hope he comes back because he was really just a natural. So I've been listening to a lot of Harry Styles. Anyway. Next, my girls and I have been rewatching Schitt's Creek again. So we watched during quarantine in 2020. We got into Schitt's Creek, as many other people did, and we watched the whole series back in 2020. And then this spring, I was like, you know what? I want to watch that again. So we started rewatching it again, and now we're almost at the end. I think we only have like 4 episodes left in season 6, and then it'll be done again. This is definitely a series you can rewatch. It's so good. It's so funny. Another thing that I was totally late to the party. I didn't even discover it until it was in like almost in its last season. But amazing. If you haven't watched it yet, I don't know why. You really need to check it out. I think the next rewatch I want to do is actually Downton Abbey. I haven't watched that show since it finished, and I have not seen the new movie yet either. It's on streaming now, though, so I might check it out. I think I want to rewatch that, too, with my girls, because they were too young to watch it when that was first on. I don't know if they'd be interested in it, but who knows. Okay, so more favorites. In makeup, I started using Rare Beauty Cosmetics, which is Selena Gomez's brand. She is actually an actor and singer. She's on one of my favorite shows, Only Murders in the Building, which just premiered its 2nd season last week. You really need to check that out, too. I love that show. It's really funny. This is the cream eyeshadow that I've been using. It is just amazing. I was shocked. It looks like, you know, a lip gloss. You put on the tiniest amount, you rub it in with your finger and blend it. It stays on, it stays in place all day. You can use it all by itself, or you can put a little tiny bit of color over the top of it as a primer almost. This is an amazing product. I will link it down below. Definitely love this. And I also got the lip gloss, which is a similar in color. Right now her palette is super just neutrals and like kind of terracotta, rosy rosewood neutrals. This is the lip gloss. It's beautiful. It feels really good. It's not sticky. I mean, these are really good products. And I don't know if I've ever bought a celebrity makeup line before. I usually don't really care about that stuff and it doesn't interest me. I mean, gosh, even Harry Styles did a skincare line last year. I don't really care about that. But this is really good. So if you're looking to try out a new makeup brand, this is a really good one. Next, I wanted to talk about the Coach denim collection, which I know has been out for a while, but it was definitely a favorite for me. In June, I have the swinger and I have the wristlet, and these are just so good. The color is the most beautiful shade of blue. I love the Vachetta trim, which is like just probably a treated leather, but it looks like Vachetta. It is a beautiful choice for this particular bag, and I love this. I'm glad this is the one I got from the collection. They did a whole bunch of different bags, but I'm glad I got this one. I love that. I don't know if I mentioned this in my video. I did, but I love that there's no pockets in here. It's just there's nothing in the way. You put your things in there and organize them how you like them. And sometimes those inside pockets can kind of, you know, get in the way when you're trying to reach in there and you keep reaching into the pocket. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, this was definitely an amazing purchase last month in June. And then I had to get the wristlet too. I was influenced to get this wristlet. This does have pockets. It has a card holder. Oh, and this also has a strap. It's gorgeous. I was influenced by Ginger from Emerald City Luxe. I hope I'm getting that right. She is on Instagram and she lives in the same area as me in Seattle. And I love her Instagram. She is really awesome. Her collection's amazing. I love her photography and I love her voice in her Instagram. It's just so lighthearted and fun and positive, and she's awesome. If you're on Instagram, you should definitely check her out. Hi, Ginger. Okay. And another favorite from June is the Pochette Clay. I finally have the TRIFECTA. Now, does it count if the monogram one is my little buddy, my little groom? I think it does. This is a monogram canvas, Pochette Clay, Damier Ebene, Damier Azur, which I'm currently using to hold my keys. I never thought I'd have a trifecta of Pochette Clay, but, you know, I love them. I just dropped one of them. Whoop. I love them. They're so useful. I know people can go either way on these. Some people think they're stupid and useless, but I happen to love these. This was one of the very first pieces I bought from Louis Vuitton. Over time, I've used this for coins, I've used it for keys, and I've used it for cards. And that's 3 great uses for this piece. So definitely a fave. And last but not least, my June favorites. I'm going to throw my desk agenda in here again for the 14th month in a row. I am in love with this, and I have a really sort of sickening feeling that Louis Vuitton is discontinuing the Damier Ebene in this piece because it's not on the website. I think, and it's impossible to get even on. I mean, finding this on their website is like finding a unicorn because you know, it's never in stock. I had to, when I bought this, which was in 2021 in spring, I had to call 2 different client advisors and stores and try to track one down. It was really hard, but no regrets. It's available in monogram and in damier graphite on the website. Damier graphite would be really, really cool. If they came out with monogram eclipse in this, I might buy it. Not that I'd be able to find one. But the reason I'm putting this on my list for this month of June is just because this is my everyday planner, life planner. And I think I'm going to start taking it to work with me. I had been living on my desk and I was using it for personal stuff. I use a disc-bound half-letter planning system in here. And what are we on, July now? I think I can show you guys my calendar pages. Not that, I don't know if it'll even show up on here because sometimes it doesn't like to show white paper with writing on it. On my lighting blows it out, but whatever. Yeah, this is just what the inside cover looks like. I've got a bunch of random things in these pockets. And I decided I'm going to start using this for work as well because I just need to have everything all in one place. I was trying to use this other cheap planner that was like $5 at work, but I just don't like having to go in between 2 planners. So I am just going to start putting this in my work bag and taking it to work with me every day and having absolutely everything in here. I really recommend it. I like having a big paper planner. I do put things in my Google Calendar on my phone. I do organize that way digitally as well. It's obviously really helpful to do for appointments and stuff like that. So I have multiple, you know, channels for planning, but I just love this. I just love this piece. So that's on my list for favorites, and that about wraps up this video. I don't want my camera to stop recording because sometimes it cuts off after 30 minutes, which is really annoying. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment down below about anything that you enjoyed from this video or from the month of June. And if you like these videos, if you want me to keep doing them, I would love to know. I would appreciate it if you haven't yet to take the time to subscribe to my channel so I can try to get to 1,000 before the end of August. We'll see. Only you can help me do that. So thanks again, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.